Now, the future of agriculture will depend on the ability to produce more food with less of an environmental footprint. Now, with that in mind, the United Nations Wednesday released its Food and Agriculture Report. It lays out a strategic framework to achieve sustainable development goals. Michael Hage is an international expert on food security and sustainability. He is currently serving as CEO of American Innovation for International Development. Michael, thanks very much. An important topic that is going to get a lot more attention in the coming years. Now, the theme of this report, leveraging automation in agriculture. Farming is a labor-intensive industry, at least it always has been. This new study basically says farming can be more efficient and better for the environment by employing new automation. Give us a thumbnail sketch of that.
Well, hello, Sean. Good to be with you. I think it's very important to look at areas where we can improve productivity, efficiency, and better management of natural resources in order to lift people out of poverty and achieve food security for all, in line with the Strategic Development Goals by 2030. And in that context, we have to look at quick wins and ways we could mainstream improve productivity, and automation seems to lend itself, according to this report, to fill those gaps that are needed in order to bring the production levels to a safe level where people, even in rural areas, women, youth, can have access to the technology and can feed themselves and rid themselves of poverty.
Yeah, Michael, but the concern obviously is going to be, especially in developing nations, the loss of jobs. What can be done to make sure those with the fewest skill set don't fall through the cracks as automation begins to take a more important place on this landscape?
Exactly, Sean. This should be automation for development, not automation or development. Automation can be a force in rural settings to create more jobs. And in agro-industry, in agriculture itself, provided that is not being subsidized in a way that would compete with cheap labor.
Now, the timing of the study, it seems, could not be at a more critical time. Worldwide droughts, flooding, and the fighting in Ukraine is leading to a global food crisis. How could automation help out, even in the smallest amount right now?
Well, I mean, when you think of automation, you're probably thinking of tractors or big machines. Automation is everything from the digital divide, from equipping farmers in rural areas with cellular technology that it tells them information about the market, about the weather, what to grow, when to grow, what to expect in the coming week or so in terms of managing fertilizers and irrigation needs for their crops. So it could be small things, but things that have big impact on the production cycle that keeps farmers. Remember, most food produced around the world is produced by small farmers. Small farmers meaning small holders, 5 acres maybe tops. And these people cannot afford to lose a season or lose a harvest. They need to have that information available to them with the tools they need in order to produce efficiently and be able to find markets for what they work so hard to produce.
I'm going to ask the impossible. You have 30 seconds to tell us how this can be better for the environment.
Well, if you better maintain, first of all, through satellites, through drones, you can draw up agricultural maps for any country, any part in the world. So you know what is the likelihood of you consuming the least amount of water, for instance, to grow in this type of soil and this time of climate. So you're going to rationalize the use the use of water and soil from the start. And this is going to equip you with the information you need to grow. And the segment that you've just aired before I come on in Spain, somebody told them that this is what you need to do. This crop is better than others for you, and you're going to be able to continue to make out a living if you switch crops. So that's an example of how technology could be of help.
Perfect. Michael Hage, we'd love to talk more about this, and I'm sure we'll visit you again sometime in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.